The RMFL acknowledges the traditional owners and custodians of country throughout its league area. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past, present and emerging.
Welcome to Before the Game, proudly brought to you by The Professionals.
Welcome to Before the Game. It is round 9 of the Swamport Hotel RMFL season, and I'm Matthew Hood, so welcome to you all. And today's show is brought to you by Professionals Murray Bridge. I'd like to welcome Captain of RMFLTV, Shane Snell. Welcome.
Hi, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
It's a pleasure to have you back.
And of course, the king of the Mallee, Baz Barrett. Welcome back, mate.
Thanks, mate.
That's good. That's the idea. First off of that, I need to just say thank you to everyone that sent me in emails about the Matt's quiz and wanting that back.
Who sent those in?
Oh, lots of people. I
reckon we got one from your mum. That was about it.
Yeah, Mum. Thanks, Mum. I do appreciate that. So, hey, what's been happening? We've got an absolutely big show. We're going to get straight into it, and straight off the bat, we want to acknowledge our fantastic sponsors here at RMFLTV. So, over to you, Baz.
Yep. No worries, mate. So, our major sponsor is Swamport Hotel. Annual awards: Glacier Irrigation Fodder for the Player of the Year, Dutton's leading goal kicker, Goal of the Year, and Team of the Year. McHugh's Bakery and Lunch Trucks, Mark of the Year, definitely the best savoury slices going around from McHugh's. Kimmis King, they support the Lowell Park Club Championship. Weekly awards: McHugh's Bakery and Lunch Trucks, Mark of the Day, Dutton's Goal of the Day, Dutton's Team of the Week, Smiley's Car Wash and Farm Fresh Markets, Player of the Day. Elders, Rising Star Best 21 and Under, Murray Sales Defender of the Day, Crowey's Paints, 1%er, Coin Toss, Weatherwall, the replays from Red Arc, and umpires supported by everyone.
Lovely work, Baz. Thank you very much for that. Last weekend, guys, big weekend. Baz, you were a selector, and obviously, Shane, you're the secretary of the RMFL. We're going to have a little look at the results, but first of all, before we do that, it was obviously a massive day for RMFL.
It was. I mean, 26 years is a long time to go without having a win, so it probably started with the group that got together: Matt Lindner, David Schencher, Shane, myself, and with Lou Bougen. Yep, and talked about what we needed to do. Appointing a coach was the first thing, and so we did. Well, I think we did a terrific job by appointing Brett Todd as our head coach, supported by Mark Thurston, and he had a great support crew, so it just flowed through from there. We had great support from the players. I thought they bought in really well. Some great individual sacrifices were made to play on that day, Bailey Bougen being one of them. So just a great result, and to see the joy on Peter Doward's face afterwards was worth every bit of the effort.
It was, yeah.
I thought he was actually going to kiss me at one stage, which I ran from.
You wouldn't wish that upon your
no, but it was a great effort. We as an association, we think we can do some things even better. Announcing the squad a little bit earlier is something that we're going to do next year. But yeah, totally stoked, and great support from the players.
Yeah. Look, and I'll just throw in to Bob's worth. We gathered at the Great Eastern for a few drinks with the lads.
After the
after the match,
not before.
Ripping group. 3/4 of them were there. They all bought a few drinks. We shouted them. The league shouted them, obviously, and they bought meals, sat down, ate together. We had a bit of a speech, wrap up, and they're all gone by 8 o'clock. No egos. They're all back slapping, big smiles. So yeah, we couldn't ask for any more.
All round great day.
It was.
So,
yeah,
sure.
great day.
Hey,
And just one more thing on that.
Yeah.
there needs to be more workshop on this because the buy-in from the two other leagues, I'm not going to leave this unsaid, but those two leagues need to have a good hard look at themselves if they're going to support interleague football and not show up on the day. One guy from the Hills was there running around on his own, Mark Yench, and Sam Sansbury, who's a paid employee there. If it weren't for them, nothing would have got done. And Shane ran the FOC for our whole region, had to go runner for the Riverland. Not one RFL executive person in sight. 3/4 of our committee were there. We were there with marquees, the whole setup. So they need a good hard look at themselves. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Thank you, Captain. No problems. Now, let's have a look at the results from the day. We'll start off with the under-16s. Hills 27 defeated River Murray 26. The margin was 1 point there. Best for River Murray, Captain.
Yeah, so Logan McCabe, Noah Hyam, Lincoln Pitt, Tristan Zatto, Jacob Griffiths. Goals were Curtis Mundy, Campbell Schubert, Harry Nichols, all 1 each.
Thank you. And in the under-18s, Hills 57 defeated River Murray 43. The margin was 14 points. Best players for RMFL, please, Baz.
Lucas Young was outstanding. Braden Hine, Declan Burt, Callum Thomas and Fraser McDonald. Goal kickers, Chad Balderson got 2, Harry Stone, Jaden Mole and Jeffrey Barnes 1 each. And Jeffrey Barnes probably mark of the year. Outstanding effort.
Captured on film.
Yeah,
it was.
One-hander.
Well,
and we're going to see that a little bit later in the show too.
excellent.
So,
Great mark.
in the league, this was the result we wanted. River Murray 14-8-92 defeated the Hills 11-5-71, a margin of 21 points. And the best players for the River Murray, the captain?
Yeah, Aidan Coakley was named best on ground and won the David Shencher medal. Congratulations him. And not far behind him was Matt Hartman, a sterling job in the ruck. Very good. Jack Penfold, Roy O'Driscoll, Luke Harrifield and Brad Thompson, all named in the best. Goal kickers were Sammy Sanders, and he was one of the better players too up there. 4 to him, Ben Maroney 3, Josh Smithson 2, Lockie Thomas, Peter Antonello, Rory O'Driscoll, Bailey Bougen and Zane Barry 1 each.
Yeah, nice. So overall, fantastic win. I didn't get to see it live myself, but I watched it back the following day when I had better internet, and yeah, it was just fantastic. Loved it. So moving on now, time of the year now, we start having to talk to captains and having a little bit of chat to them. And today I was lucky enough to catch up first of all with the Suns captain, Tommy Keogh. This is what we had a chat about. Having a chat to us this morning.
No trouble at all.
Hey mate, first of all, just talk to us a little bit about your junior footy. Where did it all start for you?
Yeah. So I obviously started just down the road here at Pinaroo. So sort of grew up in the region and then moved into town. So all my junior footy was there and played under 13s and 16s. And it wasn't until I was about 17 years old that I got spotted and invited down to Westies. So I was a little bit of a late starter on that one. But yeah, all the junior footy at Pinaroo.
And you was, as a junior, you went all right?
Oh, I don't think so actually. I think my brother was actually more the football, I reckon.
Yep.
But yeah, I was obviously loved it, and there's in a country town, sport's so important. So yeah, it was cricket in the summer and footy in the winter. But I definitely think I was probably the late bloomer, I reckon.
Right,
shot up about 15, a couple of inches when I was 15, so that helped.
Sure. Absolutely makes a massive difference. You mentioned Westies. Just tell us about that. Premiership player, 2015.
Correct, yep.
That must have been a pretty special year for you.
Yeah, definitely. It's still the highlight of my career, without a doubt. Because obviously I think a lot of things sort of came at the right time. We had a good list. A lot of players just played their role. We had some very handy players. I mean, Jason Morplesia coming back from the Crows that year was a huge addition to us, and Chris Schmidt, former AFL player himself, and a lot of sort of handy players around. But just a fantastic team environment. Mark Vicken, the coach, and played an attacking sort of free-flowing game style, allowed players to use their strength, and fantastic year, and we got the job done on the last day, which is awesome.
For sure. Peter Nelson, was he rocking that year for you?
He was sort of in and out of it. Ryan Willits came back. He took a year off 2014, came back 2015, so he sort of held the number 1 spot.
It was a good ruck on Peter Nelson. Yeah.
There you go. I actually lived with him that year, so
he's a good fella, isn't he?
Really good fella. Yeah,
for sure. State games. So you played 2015. You also in 2015 in the state game won the Foss Williams medal.
Yeah, I think I got someone looked after me there. Yeah, I think I kept one of their dangerous forwards to 3 goals, and apparently I was best on.
Yeah, no, good stuff. But and also you played in 18 and 22 as well in the state sides. Just tell us a little bit. What's that like playing in the state?
Oh, really cool. I mean, all the trainings and stuff throughout you sort of train once a week for a few weeks leading up, and really cool environment. Not too dissimilar to the association game, which I was lucky to be involved in last week for River Murray. Just a chance to see how the footballers, see how they go about it. as much as we try and beat each other on the weekends, it's nice to sort of get to know players a little bit more and how they do things and how they see the game, and really cool experiences. I was very lucky to play in 3 state games and cherish them greatly.
Absolutely. Back at the Suns now. How are you enjoying your time back here now?
Yeah, loving it. It's nice to sort of, I suppose, the change of 4 or 5 nights a week training to just a couple of nights. Obviously a little bit more travel on the weekend, but enjoying seeing family. My brother's just had his 3rd child, so nice to see it. Nice to see the whole family. Mum and Dad still live at Pinaroo, so really enjoying sort of taking that step back a little bit and giving to a new club, entirely new club too. So it's exciting.
A fresh start,
which has been great, and we've been really impressed by everyone's Lamaroo, Pinaroo, everyone's ability to come together, create something new. There's no divide. It's all one club, and it's been fantastic so far.
Now, obviously travelling pretty nicely too. Sitting on top of the ladder. Now, has that surprised you that you are now at the halfway point of the season, top of the ladder? It's
obviously nice. Jervois obviously undefeated as well, so I know a couple of points there which would put them on top. But I was in the pre-season. I was asking Nick Hyde, our coach, I was like, how are we travelling? How are we looking? And he's like, well, I don't know. It's a whole new league. So it's nice. It's obviously the reward of playing good footy is great, but it's also this year just to have a team. Fielding a team was massive and so good for the community. So to be on top's nice, but also I suppose the goal at the start of the year was just to get a team together and have footy for juniors and families and netball and stuff. So it's been great.
For sure. No, that's great to see. Time for the 10 questions, mate.
Yep.
Everyone gets the 10 questions.
Nice.
Age?
31.
Middle name?
Anthony.
Footy number?
Currently 41.
Is that what you normally wear?
I was 16. Josh Ridgway, who's played. I'm about 300 games behind him for Pinaroo Lamaroo, so I thought I won't wrestle him for number 16.
You didn't just thought about Ralston and say that'll be my number now, so no.
No chance, not qualified. No.
Nickname?
Special.
Special?
Yeah, I don't even start on it.
It was, that's right, that's nice to know.
No.
And best mate at the club?
Well, I'll skip him over my brother and say Brad Rosenzweig here. He came from Berry. He was a groomsman of mine.
You better mention him there. Yeah, good stuff. Steak or seafood?
Steak.
Beautiful. Favourite TV show?
Ooh, geez, that's a tough one. I'll go Family Guy.
Family Guy, nice stuff. Who do you back for in the AFL?
Suns now, yep.
Suns now, good work. Jocks or boxers?
Boxers.
Good stuff. Best player you've ever played with or against?
Oh, well, I have to say Gary Ablett. That was an absolute, he's a star. Absolutely. Just could do things you just don't know how he did it. It was amazing.
Pretty handy,
Very,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Tommy Kay, thanks very much for your time. All the best today, and appreciate you having a chat to us.
No worries, thank you.
Baz, super impressed with Tommy. He's a very well presented young fella, isn't he? He's just
He's a super footballer, but a great person, school teacher by trade, great communicator, a coach in waiting, there's no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah.
Very impressive person, and still playing some pretty good footy too.
Oh, so. No doubt about that, and you spoke really well. So well done to Tommy. Thanks very much for giving his time up. Now it's time to have a look at some league awards, and the first one is the Chemist King Club of the Year. Baz.
Yep, so we've got Imps on 54, Maipo 40, Tailem 36, Jervois 28, Cats 26, Suns 22, Manham 16, Ramblers 12, Storm on 4.
Thank you, mate. And the Daesh Irrigation and Fodder Player of the Year, bear in mind this was from 2 weeks ago, round 8, the results from the Jervois v Imps.
So Harry Barnett picked up the 3 votes, Peter Zarantinello 2, and 1 went to Jaden Moll.
Mallee Districts versus Manham.
Dylan Ribbons got the 3, Henry Olsen 2, and Bryce Yench got the 1.
Tailem Ben v Ramblers.
Alex Pfeiffer 3, Jacob Trevorrow 2, Paddy Glynn 1.
And then the Maipo v Cats game.
Stephen Mills 3, Riley Robinson 2, Mitch Bowley got the 1.
Just looking at the leaderboard, we've got out in front Jack Penfold on 10, Josh Smithson on 9, Alex Pfeiffer and Riley Robinson following behind him. Then we've got Clint Dement and Ryan O'Driscoll. Leading goal kickers now, please, Captain.
Yeah, so there's joint leaders, 26 goals each apiece. Ben Hanson and Johnny Boris. Quickly followed by Sam Sanders on 24, Tom Keogh 21 and Michael Leonard 21.
Swamport Hotel League ladder. Thanks, Baz.
Yeah, mate. Suns on 12, Imps 12, Jervois 10, Maipo 6, Cats 6, Ramblers 6, Manham 4, Tailem 2, Storm 2.
Lovely work, Baz. The Duttons Team of the Week. Always an interesting talking point. And just a couple of observations there, Captain, from that team.
Yeah, so Peter Zarantinello playing really consistent football.
Very good football.
And we gave him the match award last round, obviously. Max Machete, only young and playing well as well. Riley Robinson is on a consistent role of form too for Michael Longer in defence.
Thank you very much. Now we're just going to whip through and have a look at the results from round 8. And the first game was Jervois 97 defeated Imps 67. The margin was 37 points. Best for Jervois was Josh Hickmont. Best for Imperials was Benny Gogol. Leading goal kicker for Jervois was Peter Zarantinello with 5. And for Imperials, 2 each to Johnny Boris, Jaden Mould and Jack Penfold. And the next game, Captain?
Yeah, Manham 111 to Mallee District 78, a margin of 33 points. Best for Manham was Mitch Heard, who is in really good form as well. Best for Mallee District's Henry Olsen. The leading goal kicker for Manham was Jared Woodward with 5, and Mallee District was Michael Leonard with 5.
Baz, the next one?
Ramblers 97 defeated Taylor 76 by 21 points. Best for Ramblers, Jacob Trevello. Best for Taylor, Pat Glynn. Leading goal kickers, for Ramblers, Drake and Trevorrow with 4. For the Taylor and Ben side, Jacob Wilson got 5.
And the last game was the Maipo v Cats game. It was Maipo 83 to the Cats 59, a margin of 24 points. Best for Maipo was Stephen Mills. Best for the Cats was the Colonel, Sam Sanders. Leading goal kicker for Maipo was Stephen Mills with 4. And for the Cats, again, the Colonel, Sam Sanders with 5 goals. Time to have a talk now, guys, to the Manham acting captain this week in Joel Webster. Had a nice chat with him. This is what we had a chat about.
So, 3, 2, 1.
Joel, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Hey, mate, just tell us a little bit about your junior footy, if you could, please.
I started at Blanchetown Swan Reach, which was a club where I grew up around. Had school at Swan Reach, and played there till when I was probably 16, 17. Then I moved to Manham. We were thinking about coming to Karoona. We had a few mates there, but we come to Manham because it's a bit more of a stronger club, a bit more community, come around, so it would last longer, I thought.
Yeah, for sure. Senior footy, tell us about that.
Not too much. Started playing B grade, played 1 year of B grade, and then I think it was Knowlesy was my first senior. Wayne Knowles,
the
senior coach, and
Yep.
he brought me up to A's, and I was in and out for a bit. Now pretty much solid in the A's now. Yep.
So all your footy career at Manham?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, in seniors anyway.
Yep.
Club, you've had a terrible run with injuries. Just tell
Yes.
us about what's been going on.
Yeah, well, ever since the first game, we got 15 out.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
15. Yeah.
It's hit us a little bit hard, but we've got a lot of talent in the Bs, and we had heaps amount of sign on. We had 60 plus senior players sign on, so we a lot to choose from, and it's good. Selection.
Yeah. Tell me, Cooney, second year with you now, starting to, the game plan that he wants to implement. You starting to get your head around that?
Yep, we were trying to zone on, do a bit of zone work, and we going back to basic footy, just man on, see ball, get ball.
Yep.
Simple country footy.
Absolutely,
pretty much,
And I think sometimes we overcomplicate things, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
So, now, acting captain today.
Yes.
Now, how did that eventuate? Zachy Bullard's moved on?
Yeah, he has. He's gone to a different branch in his company over in Cummins, I think it was.
Yep.
And Mickey O, he's done a hammy a couple of weeks ago. And so vice captain the captain. So
Now, is it your first run as captain, acting captain?
no. So my first one was last year against Jervois.
Yep.
Ended up winning somehow.
Nice.
Must have been a few out for COVID. And then second time was against Karoona. Won that one. And
So you're 2 from 2?
2 for 2.
Wow. You win today.
3 from 3.
You'll be texting Mickey O straight
That's
away and
it,
telling him,
yeah.
hey mate, I've got the job full time.
Yep.
And obviously it's got to be a really big honour to run out today as
Definitely.
acting captain. So
Yeah. No, I'm very enjoying it.
time for the 10 questions, mate.
Yep.
Age,
23.
middle name,
Cameron.
footy number,
45.
45, nickname.
Oh, this is a bit of a funny one. One of my mates gave me a nickname. Well, when I was first started coming to seniors,
Yeah.
called me Doodle.
Doodle.
Went
Okay.
around for a little bit, but pretty much Webby or
Webby.
Jolie or something.
Rightio.
Yeah.
Best mate at the club,
Would have to be probably Tyson Shellen.
Tyson Shellen.
Yeah, no.
Typhoon Tyson.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
it.
people call him.
Having a little rest today, he is.
Yes.
And steak or seafood?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Would you go both?
Yeah, seafood topping.
Yeah,
on a
understand.
steak.
Yeah, on the steak. Favourite TV show?
I like The Mentalist. That was on a while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one.
Do a good show. Who do you back from AFL?
Crows.
Crows.
The home
Oh,
team.
yeah. Jocks or boxers?
Jocks.
Jocks.
No
Good
box.
stuff. No boxing on. So.
Yeah.
Best player you played with or against?
Played with a few early on in my seniors. Getting Krause and that Gene Robertson, a few of the good ones.
Gino goes right, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, no, he good
Good goal kicker.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Played against. Not too sure.
No, that's all right. Good stuff.
A few
Mate,
good ones.
all the best for today. Thanks
you.
for coming and having a chat,
Yep.
and you might just get a win.
Yeah, I hope so.
No worries. Thanks,
Thank you.
mate. Good on you.
Cheers.
So Joel Webster looks like he's got a bit of pressure on him, but I think he's going to stand up right today,
He's
Captain.
taken it all in his stride. And
course he
like
has.
you said, he's got a 2 from 2 record.
Absolutely.
So-
Pressure on Mickey O if he does snatch a
Certainly
win here
is.
today.
Certainly is.
Hey, it's time to have a look at some social media, the Facebook pages. All the clubs are very active with everything they do with that. And we're going to have a look at the Suns first and see what's going on there. Baz.
Yep, great work by the Suns with their support of the Big Freeze, with some high-profile people going to take the plunge tonight.
Including the King of the Mallee.
I have got first-hand information on this, so potentially I could be one of them. I really encourage people to don't put any money in my can, put it in someone else's, so I don't have to at 8 o'clock tonight get into a big pool of ice. But
Yeah, good
it's a
stuff.
great cause and people have done a lot of work
Well
towards
done.
it.
And over at Imps, Captain.
Over at Blue Lamb, Baby Blues it is. New arrival of Billy Eve O'Brien, weighing in at 3.9 kilograms. Congratulations to
little cutie
Sean
too.
and Elise O'Brien. Now Elise and Sean, that's their third daughter, and Elise is the daughter of David Clark from
Yep,
the Professionals, our
Professionals.
sponsor.
Absolutely.
And that's the fourth granddaughter for Clarkie now.
Yep.
So 4 girls there. Got a
beautiful
netball
stuff.
team in waiting there.
Absolutely. Now, Boys, this tonight is the Bloods Ball, and the theme is a night at the races. So I'm quite sure the girls will frock up for that one, and hopefully the guys will scrub themselves up, and they'll have a good night out at Boys tonight.
Yep.
So now, Maipo,
Yep.
Linton.
A great looking coaches box with some help by some fantastic volunteers and sponsors. Some great work going on out there at MyPo with their facilities, so well done them.
They're always doing something out there,
Yeah.
building something, and making something up. So.
Looks really good, doesn't it? At Cats.
Cats, so there's a great photo here of last week, Matty Hartman, Brad Thompson, and the captain of the Umberford side, Sam Sanders, there, just enjoying the win, and they're all great contributors too, so well done to those guys.
Absolutely. Now here's the photo of the mark we were talking about with Jumpin' Jeffrey Barnes. It was a real specky in the interleague game in the under-18s last week.
Credit
so
to Mark Liebick, who's the photographer there, and he sent
Absolutely.
it through to me, and it's made the Courier, it's made a few pages, I think it made the Standard and the Murrabridge News. And
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
yeah, well done to
good
Mark,
stuff.
and great grab to Jumpin' Jeffrey.
Absolutely. Now, Madam.
Yep, the talent scouts are watching and the advertiser's named Declan Gladigo at number 19 as the AFL's draft top prospect, so well done.
Absolutely, yeah, and
for
he's
him.
going to be a chance. He goes right, Declan, so absolutely. Now, the Storm captain.
Eli Kosh, 300th game today for Karoonda. It's a combination of games with Karoonda Districts and the Mallee Storm. So just a few stats. He started playing senior Colts, started playing at 14 in Premiership 2000. In 2008 was RMFL League Premiership with Ramblers and was named in the Karoonda District's Team of the 25 years and has player life membership. So all the best to Eli Kosh, 300, big day.
All right, time for the Eagles. Need to get a little bit of theme music for this one. So it is the Eagles Boil.
Go right up there,
Yeah,
right
the Casino Royale this Saturday night. Now, what I can see is Mr. Chili Bond rocking up in his Aston Ranger with his number plate 007. And as he walks in, he will say, the name's Bond, Chili Bond. Like that, a little bit of extra theme there with that. So no doubt he'll take that in his stride, Mr. Chili Bond. So
I think the only way you connect Chili and Bond is what you got to pay to get out of jail, isn't it?
very nice. All right, let's get serious now. Let's talk about this week's games. The first one we're going to chat about and do the ins and outs is for the Ramblers v Boys. Thanks, Baz.
Yep, so they're outs, Shannon Callery and Oscar Merritt. Ins, Michael Wegner and Gerald Rigney. Jervis is out, Josh Holding, Josh Hickmont and Chaz Alderson. Their ins, Josh Scott, Seth Catford and Carl Timms.
So some big ins there, particularly Josh Scott coming back in. We should also just mention a happy birthday to the Jervois president in Zane Barry.
Oh, yes.
He had a birthday this week.
23.
23. And also Jodie Burt had a birthday as well, so well done to Jodie. Big game today at Canalpin, the Coorong
We're doing
Cats.
tips.
Oh, sorry, yeah, we've got to do some tips on that.
I know you
forget my tips.
You still think you're cruising around the Caribbean, don't you?
Yeah, just in the relaxation mode. So, right, who's going to win?
Well, Ramblers, obviously, they welcome back Michael Wegner. He's had a horrid run of in and out, and he's still got a hamstring, and who knows how that's going to be, going into this match. Obviously, welcoming back Josh Scott into the A-grade side at Jervois from I think it was an eye socket type injury from the lock and cut. Look, Jervois are travelling way too good, and I think, who knows, within a couple of weeks they could be top of the ladder.
Yeah. Thoughts on the game, Baz?
Yeah, much the same. Watching Jervois firsthand a couple of weeks ago, their setup, their discipline, their ability to be unselfish as far as running to positions where they know they're not going to get the footy, but to aid the team's ability to score was outstanding to see firsthand. So Jervois, Ramblers, they try hard. You know, they've got a lot of, they dig in, but they're just not going to be good enough. Jervois by plenty.
I think the big difference for Jervois this year is Mr. Zorancinello. When he's playing good footy in forwards, be in the middle of the ground or deep in the forward line, Jervois are winning games. Yep. And he didn't play a lot of footy last year.
And then here we go.
Yeah. Well,
there you go. I suggested that he should get out the gym and do running. And
I did mention that now,
all,
and I believe
all up to you.
That has happened. And look at him, Bad.
Yeah.
All right, let's without any more backslapping here, we'll move on. It is the big game down at Canalpin today, and it is the Cats versus Mallee Districts. The ins and outs, please, Captain.
So the outs for the Cats: Brody Martin, Liam Thompson, Paddy Barrett, and Nick Crozer. Ins are Sam Plungers, Lockie Mill, Jace Ridley. Jace Ridley, is that his first game A-grade footy?
No, it's not. He's played a couple before.
For Menengi?
Yeah, he's only a young fellow though.
And Hayden Cormack, and he's a junior player as well.
Yes, he is. He has played a couple of games as well.
Now Storm's out, so Jeremy Druitt, and in is Cam Bellin, he's a good in. Tips for that. Look, I think the Cats are going to be too strong. Particularly after last week, what their representatives brought in Matty Hartman, Sam Sanders, Brad Thompson, all these sort of guys. They're probably just going to have too many guns for the Storm, and they'll probably win at Canalpin today.
Thoughts, Baz?
Much the same. Again, Storm, they'll try hard, they'll dig in. Just talent alone will get the Cats over the line.
Yeah. Big outs for the Cats though in Martin, Thompson, Barrett and Crossers. So they are 4 big outs. So it'll be interesting to see how the side does go without them. But there's some players in Fisher that needs to step up and kick some goals. So there's some opportunity for him now to take some clunks and kick some goals. So I'm still going to go with the Cats. I think they'll get over the line probably by about 30 points. Yep. Out at Maipo, Vital and Ben. Ins and outs, please, Baz.
Yeah, so Maipo's outs. Christian Merson, Harry Stone and Mitch Lewis. The ins, Jack Zetto, Luke always gets stuck
Wagonette.
Him. Yep. And Brad Rigney. Talem's outs, Damon Pake. Ins, Fraser McDonald.
Thoughts, Baz, on the game?
Yeah, I'm impressed with Maipo. I reckon in the last round they'll knock off one of the top 3 sides. I'm not sure who it's going to be.
Yep.
I think their top 10 is as good as anyone's top 10, and they're starting to find a little bit of unity coming together. They'll be too strong for Taylor.
Yeah.
I think they're at right into the curve. They start off real slow, but they're sort of really building towards something. Maipalonga Tigers. And the Tailem Eagles have had a bit of a bad run of injury and outs as well. Mind you, they've got some good players in Coakley and Edwards and stuff. So I think they will go okay. But Maipo are too strong today.
At the start of the season, I looked at Maipo silently. Why are they not winning games of footy? And I'm scratching my head. But they've come together now. They're doing well. It's going to be a good game though. Tailem are not easy beats by any means, but I think Maipo will get the Chockies at home today. The big game right here at Lameroo. Let's talk about that. The Suns versus Manum.
So the outs for the Suns. Hang on.
Read the bottom line, mate.
We got it laid out, right? So we got Caden Dote is out and Noel Vivian is in for Manum. So that's just a little late one.
Just updating that when I get to this.
Yep.
So Suns outs, Luke Stevenson, Jordan Jones, Bo Walkham. In for the Suns, Nick Hyde, the coach, Tom Howard, Billy McNeely. So that's 3 improvements from the outs.
It is.
Rory Stevens is out for Manum, Jake Benning, Tyson Shellen, Ben Kernahan, Jared Woodward and Caden Don't.
Caden Don't.
And the ins for Manham, Sam Tilley, Mitch Smith, who's a very good player, started off really well on the wing. Isaiah Hobbs, who probably started full forward. Clint Warhurst, who's the president, he's come in today. And debutant was going to be Caden Dote, but he's not in.
No.
And they brought in, who did you say?
Vivian.
Vivian.
Yeah, Noah Vivian.
And the tips here for today.
Yeah.
King of the Mallet.
The Suns are going to be far too strong. And their lineup today is the strongest they've had all year. I'm getting a lot of shakes behind the camera there. Strongest lineup they've had all year. Christian Vince played half the game last time, 2 weeks ago. He's a very, very good footballer, so he'll be better for the run. Nick Hyde, very good coach, but a very good footballer still. So, yeah, he's in. What I look at is their outs. Luke Stevenson, first game last time, kicked 4 goals. Didn't retain his spot. Yeah. Jordan Jones is a very good footballer. Bo Welcome is a very, very good footballer, and he's playing B grade at the moment. So, yeah, the Suns far too strong.
Yeah.
So every player in the Suns are very, very, very good footballer then.
Yes,
Pretty much. Very, very good footballer. A very, very good footballer doesn't make it.
Yeah.
Everyone else must be very, very, very good.
They are. And that's why they're doing so well.
Yeah.
I tend to agree, Lytton.
Yeah. So
your boys are flying along at the moment, and I just, I mean, the Roos have been decimated with injuries, and it's too hard to cover like 15 injuries or so, like Joel Webster was telling us earlier. So yeah, definitely a strong win to the Suns today here.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I think the Suns will continue on their merry way with their winning streak, and they'll get the chockies today. Now, we're just going to just bring something up. We're at the halfway point of the season, guys, and at the start of the season, we put some of the best football minds going around and got them to give their predictions that who would finish on top at the end of the season. So we're going to have a look at this. This was back in round one. We did this.
Before the round.
Before we started. Yep. And what we'll notice there when we have a look on the screen there is that I reckon myself and Steiny were the only ones that had the Suns in the top 5. Everyone else had them out. Now what we're going to do now is we're just going to flip.
I had them 5th.
You had them 5th? Oh, okay. So you had them 5. So noted. So then at the halfway point, we've had everyone have another opportunity to have another crack at it now at the halfway point. Let's bring that up and just see what everyone thinks now that they've seen half a season. So we've got that up on the screen now. And look there, all of a sudden, everyone's gone for the Suns and the Bloods and everything else. So I see that you've changed from the Blues, Captain.
I have. Just going back on the Suns, mate. Actually, everyone bar 2 had the Suns in the top 5. So,
okay, sorry.
So you haven't done your homework.
Well, I actually just wanted to see if you were paying attention when I said that.
I was paying attention.
Yeah, well, obviously you were. So.
And I'm paying attention. I have shifted off the Blues. I'm sorry. After 2 weeks ago, what I saw out there has to be a massive shift. And Imps just had the best team available on the week on 2 weeks ago. Just about. I think there's not much more they can improve on that.
You did this last year. At about halfway point of the year, you started going soft on them, saying to JK, "Oh no, Joe boys, you've got it in the bag."
One hand on the cup.
One hand on the cup, and then here we are. You're doing the same thing.
I think it's a different set of circumstances.
Is it? Okay. I thought you were trying to fly under the radar.
You've got a Suns team here that could possibly knock them out of a prelim. So
that's a big call.
Yeah.
So there it is. So
tougher.
So it's interesting there. So
it hurts me.
Does
it? Hurts me.
Yeah, I've got no doubt about that. Now. We're done. It's time now for the almost award-winning Matt's quiz. And we're going to ask Jimmy Griffiths to come in as our extra. He's going to bring the
magical paddles.
Yeah, the paddles.
You set up at the start
sponsored by Professionals, our good friends at Professionals. I'm going to put Jimmy in. Take a seat there, Jim.
Okay, fit in the screen.
Now, what we're going to do is...
Has he polled the answers onto you?
No, I wouldn't do that. Now, can we just test the buzzers, please, starting with you, Captain?
Captain.
There's
Jimmy.
Right, they're all working good. That's no worries at all. All right, question number 1. Chad Rescue debuted in the Sturt League side in round 8 of the SANFL. What award did he win?
Captain.
Yes, Captain.
Rising Star or the most improved or
Does anyone else want to go?
Baz.
Yes, Baz.
Best under 21.
Right.
Sandful. The Sandful.
Jimmy, did you want to have a guess? Say that was Amy Rickley?
I should know because I saw it. It's...
All right, moving on. It's the Amy
Rookie.
It's the Amy Rookie Award, so no one gets a point for that one. Question number 2. The advertiser in June named in order the top 40 RMFL players. Who was number 40?
No, he wasn't. He'd be up for that list.
Plays for Royce.
Captain,
Yes.
Mitch Noy.
No, he's not. Incorrect. If no one can get that, it's Zane Barry from Jervois.
Oh, he should be a lot higher than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just for curiosity's sake, Jack Penfold at 1, Josh Scott at 2, Ben Hansen at 3, and Harley Montgomery at 4, and Tommy Keogh at 5. Excuse me. Okay. Who was the captain and vice captain of our RMFL League team?
Baz.
Yes, Baz?
So the captain was Sam Sanders.
Yes.
And the vice captain was someone else.
Captain,
I haven't finished.
Alex Pfeiffer.
Yep, I'll give you a point each.
Yeah.
Rightio. Bailey Bougen plays for Manham. Spell his surname.
Captain,
Yep.
Boughen.
Yep, that's correct. Not Balgen.
No, like you.
I'm on you, Captain. How many wins have the Mallee Suns had?
Baz.
Yes, Baz?
They have had 7.
Incorrect.
Shane.
Yes, Shane.
Captain, 8.
Incorrect.
6.
Yep, well done, Jimmy. But I almost took that point of you because you didn't use your paddle. Just test that it's working, please.
Jimmy?
Yep, that's working. Right, so 1 to Jimmy.
I got the dodgy one again.
Yeah, it's there's something going on there.
But-
Right, in the River Murray Interleague A-grade game last Saturday, who kicked the first goal for River Murray? You were both there, weren't you? Were you there, Jimmy?
Yeah, but I was
I was
busy
there.
doing stuff.
Yes.
Captain.
Yes.
Is it the Sam Sanders or Ben Maroney?
No, none of them.
No.
I reckon it was Ben Maroney. So Ben
No, he
Maroney.
said none of them.
No. Plays for Jervois.
Zantinello.
Yep.
Yeah, down
Correct.
the bottom
Zarantinello. 3 to captain, 1 to Linton, and 1 to Jimmy. Moving on. In the Hills v River Murray League game, what was the winning margin? We actually went through that.
Baz.
Yes, Baz?
14 points.
Incorrect.
Jimmy? 21.
21. Good work, Jimmy. Okay. Multiple choice question. You cannot answer until the last one is read out. I was away, myself and Katrina, were away from Adelaide to the time we returned for A, 5 weeks and 2 days, B, 6 weeks and 2 days, or C, 7 weeks and 2 days.
Jimmy?
Yes, Jimmy?
A, 5 weeks and 2 days.
No, incorrect.
Baz.
Yes, Baz?
C. 7 weeks and 2 days.
Incorrect.
B.
Yeah, B, correct. Yes, it was 6 weeks and 2 days. Captain, you almost took that off you as well. Where are we? Okay. In the interleague game last Saturday, Aidan Coakley won the what medal?
Baz.
Captain.
Baz?
The David Trencher Award.
Yes, correct. One for
Medal, not award.
Medal.
yeah, medal, yeah. Last question. Who is the lead coach of Taylor Band?
Baz.
Yes, Baz?
It is, used to play at Waters.
Yeah, you're on the right player.
Captain in
He's
case.
overseas at the moment.
Captain in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Captain in case.
Captain?
Nathan Stark.
Nathan Stark it is. And today it's been a runaway winner. So we had Jimmy on 2, Baz on 2, Captain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they said out 10 though was a question we didn't actually get right at all. Okay, so that has been it. Let me just check my notes back here, guys. Just make sure there's nothing else on my notes that we got to just talk. Apart from obviously thank our friends at Professionals Murray Bridge for sponsoring before the game. And do you reckon I can get this last page? Here we go. What's going to say? Just want to do a few thank yous, I do.
Yes.
Yeah. So now before I do, Jimmy, challenge for you. You're going overseas to the Ashes, is that right?
Yes.
We want a photo of you with either Stephen Smith or Travis Head. I'll take Kawaja too if you can get one with him.
What if I get anyone else but the ones you
Nah,
listed?
and don't even go with Cummins. Don't even go there,
We
right?
want to do a coin toss in front of Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
Big Ben.
Same with the jokes, Jimmy. But you will be there
Westminster
next
Abbey.
week. You'll be there next week, won't you, for the joke, and then you've got to go.
Yeah.
Rightio. That's right.
Going.
We might get some video crosses.
Yeah, we might. Who knows?
We'll get some video crosses for the
15
coin.
runs.
All right, well, that's been it for Before the Game, brought to you by Professionals Murray Bridge. Thank you to Denise in production. We've got Kenny on the camera there. He's just about nodded off while we're having the show. And thank you, Jimmy, for coming in for Matt Squids and Bads as well, and the captain. We'll be back for the main game real soon.
forward to
So
it.
thanks for watching in.